Climate change is an imminent threat to the world. Not exactly a controversial opinion, a little dramatically stated, but the bigger issue is what we do about it. The common problem is people want some new technology, some big project that'll solve it. But we really don't need it. Okay, yes, nuclear power plants could go and reduce the reliance on coal. More efficient solar panels could do it. Electric vehicles emit less carbon than conventional ones. All of these are true. But a bigger thing is just not using as much carbon-emitting fossil fuel. And one way to do that, I think we should adopt more use of a bicycle. Okay, now, obviously it's not a perfect solution for every situation, but in the US at least, 60% of trips by car are less than 6 miles. Okay? That's not that big a deal to pedal a bicycle 6 miles. This is a one-way trip, by the way. But if we assume that the average person pedals at 14 miles an hour, and bear in mind that's the low end of what most people do for a casual cruise, you would then turn those 6-mile trips to less than 25 minutes. That means going to a destination and coming back takes less than the average gym session of an hour. So, just by riding a bicycle, you've effectively achieved your cardio and leg workout for a day, just in a regular part of your travels. Okay, let's also factor in, though, that bicycles weigh less than cars. The average road bike weight comes out to roughly 18 pounds. The average car weight is 4,100 pounds. I'm sorry. That's 4,100 pounds. And the average car is occupied by 1.5 people per trip. That means most car trips are actually one person in the car, but we go and give higher occupancy. We'll round it up for fairness sake. That means it takes 152 times as much material to build a car as it does to build a bicycle. That's just plain more material used, more industry running, more energy involved in the whole process. So switching bicycles also helps climate on that factor. It also puts less strain on roads and bridges and other infrastructure, which means less time building and repairing those, which gives another compounding advantage because all the concrete used in roads and bridges is a big source of carbon in itself. Then let's factor in the cost effectiveness of all of this. Bicycles can cost anywhere from $100 to $11,000, depending on just how much you spend, how many features you want. Realistically, though, and weighted by sales, it comes out to about $330 for the average bicycle in the US. Now, if we compare that to the average car sales in the US, the average cost is $47,000. Yes, there's negotiation, sticker price, tax, title, license, all of that. But we'll call that a fair cost at $47,000 versus $330. For the price of a new car, you can get 142 new bicycles. So debates about fuel efficiency really don't matter when we could have an entire apartment building adopt the changeover for the cost of one person's car. And the average parking space is 9 feet by 18 feet for a total of 162 square feet. Bike racks, the estimate is 2.5 feet by 7 feet for 2 bicycles pointed front tire to front tire, which means you can fit 14 bicycles in the space of one parking space. That's 9 times more efficient use of space, which means less pavement for less issues of stormwater runoff, parking lot pollution, and urban heat island. In addition to, like I said, just plain less pavement, which means less concrete, means less carbon dioxide. Not to mention, you just don't have to have as big a parking lot. You can make things a little closer, make it easier on everybody, and make bicycles, again, more attractive for shorter trips. Now, obviously a bicycle isn't the perfect solution for everything. There are people who have to make trips much longer than 6 miles every day. For them, a bicycle not as practical. There are people with disabilities that make bicycles just not a viable option. There are people who live in climates and environments that just make a bicycle not effective. For example, if you live on top of a mountain and have to commute from the top to the bottom or through any other rugged terrain, bicycles become a lot less viable. If you live in places with extreme cold or constant downpours, anything like that, it becomes dangerous to ride a bicycle for large portions of the year. And then some people just live in cities that are so poorly built for bicycles that it's too dangerous to ride. For example, places where you have to cross interstates multiple times. But not every solution to climate change is going to have to be applicable to every use and every case. So just adopting a bicycle, next time you want to make one of these short trips, considering just going for a ride, and each person doing this, it compounds, it becomes more and more effective as the adoption happens. So, there you go. Ride a bike, save the planet. Easy, right?